What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this one I'm going to do a Primal Fear Eternal, a guide basically to Foppas for all the new starters, just to, you know, tell people what I wish I knew at the start. So right, let's get into it guys. Right, first thing I want to show you guys is the tech plots. This is a tech point 1 plot, but you need to put seeds in these ones, so this is the best way to get resources. If you look in your inventory, you'll see a seed bench. Okay, this is where you make all the seeds to put in the crop plot. The magic seed that you need, if you get a mining drill, or like a good tame that gets berries, a Bronto, something like that. Anyway, so what you do, you can buy these crop plots out of the shop, right? This one is a 2.0, it's a duper, so anything you put in it will dupe. So when you get a magic seed, you just want to put one magic seed in there, turn it on, it will dupe it, then you'll have enough to make the crafting, the seed bench. So after you got the seed bench, you can start crafting their seeds. So when you start growing the seeds in here, see I've got an element seed, you just grow unlimited element. Same with the other ones, unlimited metal, unlimited gunpowder. So yeah, this is a very important step on progressing. Like, you want to get these as soon as possible. Same with these, the 2.0s. Like, you buy both out the shop by pressing F3 and type in plot. You get tech 1, that's the one for the seeds. Tech 2, that's the one for duping stuff. Now you can't dupe everything in here, but you just have to experiment with stuff and put it in, see if it dupes. Usually takes about a minute. Right, the next thing I wanted to go over was the armor and weapons. So this is the only sniper you want to be using on Foppas, okay, in PvP. I'll have to make a weapons bench quick. Right, so this is the weapons bench. This is where you'll get all the modded weapons and all the best stuff. So right, place that. So all these are modded, like improved weapons from the vanilla ones. So this is the one you want to get, the high caliber sniper rifle. Once you've bought that, you want to fix this attachment to it. Now this is the armor piercing attachment. It's also got the suppressor and a light in case you need it, but it's the best one to fit on it. So if we come over here, sniper somewhere. Right, you'll see my sniper. Another thing I also will say as well is when you're upgrading this, well, I'm going to show you first actually. So there's a thing called an upgrade bench on here. So this is fairly obvious. You put anything you want in here. Say you've got a prim sniper and you want to upgrade it to max damage, 755 damage. You're going to put it in the upgrade bench. Yeah, you just chuck it in and then keep upgrading it. It will tell you the resources that you need. Obviously this one's fully upgraded already, but yeah, you just keep upgrading it. But you want to, on the sniper, watch the durability, because when you upgrade it, you want it at cap durability. See there, it's got 17,000 durability. If it's less than that, for some reason, it won't do as much damage. So make sure it's capped durability and capped damage. Another thing you can do with this bench is a blueprint add-on. So that goes on there. It's pretty self-explanatory. Same thing. You can put anything in here and then turn it into a blueprint. Obviously, I've got the armor piercing attachment already on this gun, but what you want to do is turn the whole thing into a blueprint. Now, every time you make that, every time you make this, it will have the attachment on it. So you don't have to put an attachment on it every time, which is good. So yeah, you can make pretty much any BP in here. Weapons, armor. Another thing you can add on as well is the augment station. So this, it kind of explains inside. You basically can make these to lower the stats or to raise the stats. Just go through, you'll see what each one does. But yeah, you basically say you want to increase the armor on something. You'll put the armor in there, you'll make some of these, then you'll then click on the armor and then go to augment item. And whatever one you've made, it's gonna do that, you know, it's gonna increase the armor or increase the damage. It's another way of upgrading basically with the upgrade station. But yeah, it's really useful and it's something that you want to make sure you're using. Well, the next thing I wanted to go over was celestial armor. So we got a bunch in here that, well, that's actually demonic. But you can get demonic, but it's just celestial's a little bit better. It has better buffs on it. So I usually go for celestial. Obviously this is fully upgraded and it's been turned into a BP. Look, it's capped at 1400 106. So these are going to be your main goals. After the fresh wipe, you obviously want to find a base, get your seed bench, start getting your resources going, get your tech 2.0s. The next thing you want to be working on is obviously your high caliber sniper and armor. Okay, but at the start you're not going to be able to get the good armor. So at the start you want to come to this eternal bench and you want to make eternal ghillie and cap it. So make this, put it in the upgrade station. Now this armor, if you see, look, it's got no durability on it, so it won't break. This is why I say to use this at the start. So yeah, fully upgrade it so it's capped at, like, I think it's capped at 1400 or something, and then make BPs out of it. And then obviously you've got prim ones so they don't cost anything. Right, so after you've got your armor, you've got your sniper. Obviously you've got your little base sorted, you've got your turrets. The next thing you want to be working on is getting your celestial armor or demonic armor. So you come to the Primal bench. Type in celestial. Right, this is the celestial in Dom Emperor boss. And this is what drops the celestial armor. Like, it will drop random pieces of armor. So you want to farm this boss. The stuff that you need, the origin, tributes, and things like that, you can go about this two ways. You can go to an artifact and you'll get an origin spawn. So every time, say if you get a wyvern origin spawn, you're going to get a wyvern tribute from it when you kill it. So these are basically all the origins that you need to kill. So I'm pretty sure you can make them in here. So you just need the blood and a generic artifact. So the blood is pretty easy to get, and you can put it in the tech 2.0 and just dupe the blood. Okay, the artifacts, the best way to get artifacts on here is a bionic giga. Again, if you come to the eternal bench, you'll see the summoners. And just go through, I think, I forget which one it is now. Let's have a look. So anyway, there's a bionic giga in there. All you got to do is kill it. So you spawn it in with that summoner. It'll tell you what you need to spawn it. Obviously, don't spawn it near your base. Spawn it somewhere well away, safe. There's a 10% chance of it spawning a tameable version. Another thing on this server as well is the spyglass. Okay, I know a lot of people are going to say, yeah, we're not stupid, but a lot of people are new to the server and they probably don't even know what the awesome spyglass is. So this you just always want to carry on you all the time because it's so helpful in everything. It tells you your chords in your top left hand corner, and anything that you aim at, you can see its torpor, its health, everything. So you always want to use this. Okay, so when you kill the bionic giga, the one that you spawned, it will spawn another one, or 10% chance to. When it does, just look at it with your spyglass and you'll see it says tameable version. So the easiest way to tame stuff on this server is to go to your shop, type in origin, and you'll see origin bullets come up. 50, okay? Now these bullets is one shot on any dino and it will knock it out within 30 seconds, okay? But when you hit it, it'll increase its damage and speed as well. Okay? So you want to snipe it at a distance and then get well away from it. And then you'll be able to see in its spyglass its torpor. So you just wait for it to chill. Once you've got it knocked out, pretty much every dino on here, same with the shop, you want to buy instant meat. Okay, this instant tames anything, but you have to force feed it. Don't just leave it in its inventory. Put it in its inventory, then press E on it, and it'll eat it and then instantly tame. Also, the instant meat, you want to dupe it, and then put some spare ones in your upload. Do you know what I mean? So you don't ever lose them. The upload on this server is infinite as well. There's no timer, so you can. I leave all my important stuff in here. So if I ever get raided, you know, I don't lose my lions, don't lose all my cap tames that I've got. So yeah, once you get the bionic giga, anyway, you can craft artifacts inside this inventory. So that's the best way to get artifacts. What else? Right, so say that you've farmed the Celestial Indom Emperor, you've got the Celestial Armor. You're going to fully upgrade it in here and you're going to turn it into BPs. What you then want to do is put backup ones in your uploads so you never use them, and then another set in your crafting bench. Right, so that's that sorted. You've got your sniper, you've got your armor. What next, you say? I would start going for the bacon griffin after that. Okay, but you need good tames to fight the boss. Now where this comes in, there's a lot of good tames to fight the boss, but I'll tell you another quick thing as here. People probably already know this, but it's just for the people that don't know. If you have an SS transmitter, hold E on it, go to Dino Scan. Now you can scan any dino on the server, wild one. So say you're looking for... Right, I would say before the Bacon Griff, the strongest dinos are probably Chaos and Spirit dinos. But demonic dinos are really strong as well, and celestial, but they've got like different purposes kind of thing, okay? So let's say what I would do for the boss, right? I would probably use a demonic thorny dragon. There's none spawning in the wild at the moment, but if you go to the other maps, take a transmitter with your SS and do the same thing. You'll have different dinos on the other maps. So you want to get a demonic thorny dragon. Cap it in melee. Craft a saddle for it. You can craft one in here, I think it is. Demonic thorny saddle is the one you want. Fully upgrade it in the bench so it's capped armor saddle. So on this server as well, if you go to the shop, kits, you get a heal kit for 50 points though, and you get all the things you need, right? Each one of these, you want to put in a Tech 2.0 and tube them, okay? You always want to carry these on you in your hotbar, because whenever you're PvPing, you just want to spam them, okay? You 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, 6, and then shooting. You always want to be spamming your health potions, no matter what, okay? Same when you're raiding. If you're raiding, make sure you got some on your dino, because it's constantly going to be healing, especially when you're trying to run turrets and things like that. Same with these health injectors, but these health injectors will instantly give you a certain amount of health. So, say I'm on the dino. If I press 5 now on here, that's instantly, it's going to 100% heal my dino. So if it's nearly dead, I'm just going to spam 5 and it will have instant health, basically. So right, we've got the sniper, we've got celestial armor. What else? We're working to get the griffin. Right, so we get the thorny dragon. You want a few of you. And if you know triple waterfall on Rag, okay, you know the top of it is quite high. If you do a boss spawn from the top of the waterfall facing down, it will actually spawn the boss down on the floor below you. So you know what I mean, where you're higher up than the boss. Now this is perfect place to kill a boss. I'm not saying you have to do it like this, but you can do it anywhere, but it's just easier to kill a boss when it's down on the ground and you're high up. So anyway, you get your thorny demonic dragon, it's capped in melee, you've got all your health potions, you've got your friend there, he can have whatever, but I'll just go for a list of the best tames that I think. So, thorny dragon is one of them. What else? Let's have a quick look. I would say a few chaos. Chaos Dodo Reaper is a good one. Chaos Filer is good as well. The dragon is good. It depends how you want to do it. Look, you can do ground dinos, or you can do like fly-in dinos above, or you could do ranged dinos. I always think ranged dinos are the best. Like last time that we done the Bacon Overlord, that's what you need to kill to spawn a griffin. We sat there, one guy in the tribe tanked it, like he just sat just to get aggro on the Overlord. He just sat there and just took all the aggro, and it was constantly healing, while the other 2 of us, or 3 of us, were on thorny dragons at a range distance. Do you know what I mean? Because he was aggroing it, it wasn't moving, so we'd just sit there constantly shooting him. So that will be my suggestion, but you can use other stuff, like I say. There's loads of demonics out there. It's not really his preference at the end of the day, but I prefer using the thorny dragon. But you can use other stuff. There's loads of, celestial. You can probably use the ferox if you wanted to. Do you know what I mean? You're probably best off testing, because it's not the end of the world if you can't kill it. Do you know what I mean? You just go away and spawn another one. But yeah, I would say thorny dragons. So anyway, once you kill it, you might say, I don't see a griffin anywhere. Okay, this is because sometimes they spawn out of render distance. So the quickest way I found was go into your dino scan, search up bacon, And then you'll see a griffin come up. If it did spawn in, you'll see the griffin there, and you'll see it's nearby you somewhere. Go and find it. Shoot it with one of your trank origin bullets. Wait 30 seconds for it to knock out. Give it the instant meat, and get it back to base as soon as possible to clone it. Remember, with these as well, always keep one or a couple in your upload as well, in case you get raided. You want to get used to doing this all the time. Because no base is safe on here. You might think, oh, no one's, 10 people have tried to raid me, no one can get in. And you might be, fairly confident that no one's going to raid you, but just let me tell you, you can get raided at any point. No base is safe, okay? In my experience, anyway. Right, I'm trying to think what else I can help you guys with. Obviously, on this server, dinos have got a lot of speed and things like that. So when building stuff, remember, a dino's going to get from A to B a lot quicker than normal dinos. So make sure you're building for that kind of thing, like you're prepared for it. Also, stay away from caves. I would personally stay away from any cave here that you can get a Nova out inside, to be honest. Because if you can get a Nova, say this tunnel wasn't here, right? Right, and just say I had a Nova here, there was no tunnel. I would just run Novas in. Because I'd have my tribe mates behind me on 2 Novas. I'll be in the front, okay? I would run in. I would take all the shots. I'll probably die here, yeah? But the ones behind me, they're going to be able to slip in behind me. And they'll slip into the left. One bite on the death wall is all it takes. And all this will be dropped. So stay away from anywhere that you can fit a Nova, I would, personally. You're forced to use other tames. Like here, you can only fit so many tames, right? You can use the XBL, but the XBL, if you look at the ceiling, it's not high enough. It's another thing you want to have in your base as well, is low ceilings. Because look, how are they gonna dive with an XBL? They can't. So you can't use an XBL because you can't. If you can't dive, you haven't got the speed to get to the death wall in time. So it's just going to get melted. So next thing other people use is bacon griffins. They cap them all in health and put max saddles on them and armor stones. But same thing, you can't dive. So it can fly in quick, but it won't make it. Same as the XBL. The only other option then you've got is penguinos. Now penguinos are good for raiding. It's probably one of the best tames for raiding. You could have 3 of you all running at the same time. These are here obviously to mess the jump up, because what people do, they'll come in, they'll jump with a penguino with a rocket launcher out and try to make it to there. Let me give you a quick example. See if I've got a penguino anywhere. Rocket launcher. So this is what people do. This is how you raid on this server. With penguinos anyway. First things first, you want to have movement speed pumped. Every point in movement speed you can get. 426 movement speed is the cap. You won't be able to get any higher than that, okay? After that, you want to mutate it. On this server, you got these mutators. And you can have a max 10 of these mutators, okay? When you press them, it will do a pulse. So you want to run to all 10 and press E on it, and each one will do a pulse. So when you've got 10 pulses, you'll get 10 mutations. You'll see a little radiation icon on your tame and it will say 10 out of 10. So that'll mean when you breed it, it will get 10 out of 10 mutations. So what you do is you breed it, and you're guaranteed going to get 10 mutations in one stat. Okay, so when you hatch the babies or the eggs, you want to go through and see which stat it's got, because obviously you're capped in speed. Okay, so you don't need speed mutation because it's worthless. The next thing you want is health. You don't really need stamina, weight, food. All them are useless. Melee you don't really need because it's not a melee tame. It's for raiding. So you want health. So kill the rest. Keep breeding them. Keep getting the 10 mutations, and keep boosting the health on it. Eventually you'll reach cap on the health, and that's where you want to be. Look, if you see these, have got a few mutations, but I don't think this one's capped. It might be near cap actually. So anyway, you've got your capped penguinos. You say, right, this, just give you an example. I'll get my rocket launcher out, because it's really hard to steer when you've got the rocket launcher out, okay? The penguin wants to go where it wants to go. Like, it's AIDS, basically. So you'll kind of get lined up. Say, look, I'm lined up there. Get my rocket launcher out. I would not do that. I would split these up, so I'd have spare ones in here, but I wouldn't put that many in here. Like I'd put, let me just show you. What is this thing doing? Can you go in my inventory? Right, double tap, double tap, double tap, double tap. Right, then I pump all these. Rocket launcher out. Hold shift for run and run forward. Jump and rocket. Obviously, you see these mess my jump up, but that's what they're for. So, but yeah, that's how you raid on this server. Obviously, you can see in the top right hand corner the timers on my health. Like, these are constantly healing me for 6, 5, 4. When that runs out, it's going to stop healing me. But you see, I've got the injector in my hotbar. If I'm low health now, I'm nearly dead, I'm going to spam 5. Now I've got full health again. Do you know what I mean? Also, you want to keep spamming these when the timer runs out. Spam it again, spam it again. It's kind of a... You're in a rush to do it, basically. You got to make sure your health potions keep spamming, your injectors, and at the same time be rocketing as well. It's fairly easy once you get used to it. So right, Penguino, one of the best tames to raid on the server. You can buy these in the shop. Eternal Penguino, 400 points. Right, the next best raiding tame. Nova. Same again, you can buy this in the shop. Terra Nova, 500 points. Same with these. You want to pump movement speed, it's capped at 156. So after that, you want to cap the health. Same again, you can mutate it, get capped health. Okay, once that's done, it's as good as it can be. It's got max speed, it's got max health. You don't need anything more. Melee doesn't really matter, to be honest, because it one-bites structures anyway. It does millions of damage. So same again, once you've got this, put it in your upload, a cloned version. So if you do get raided and people get your stuff, it doesn't matter. You've got backup stuff in your transmitter. Do you know what I mean? You haven't got waste points buying it all over again and mutating it and all that crap. So right, these are good for running out bases. Do you know what I mean? Like people that are building in silly areas, say if they're building out in the open, or even a cave that's got a massive entrance. All you're going to do is walk up to the cave entrance. Same thing again. Put some health potions in it. Spam the health potions. And you're just going to run. If I can run. You're going to run at a death wall and munch. And it's going to drop everything. This is the best way to drop near enough everything, to be honest. Like, easiest way to drop Foppas, stuff like that. It's the equivalent to like on console version you get Dodo Rex. It's the same thing, it damages structures and you can just run at death walls with it and stuff. But yeah, that's one of my favourite tames. Terra. What else have we got? Raid tames. Let's have a look. Well, the Resurrected Golem is a good one. Same again, you buy this in the shop. Let's have a look. Golem. Resurrected Golem, 3k points. It's expensive, this one, but it's a good tame. Quickly. Also, I will quickly go over as well this. This is a mod up here as part of the mod. You can pull things. Okay. So say I haven't got no resources on me to make anything, right? So let's get the gun. Say I want to craft a soul gun, right? I'll click on it. I want 1. So I'm going to press that. It's going to pull the resources for 1. Press E on it. Right, now I've got a soul gun. Same for anything. Say an auto crafter, right? This is what you want to get, okay? If you ain't got these, then get one. It's going to save you a lot of time. Auto crafter, right? You got to put a rep in it, or whatever you want to craft needs to be right an SS rep. So everything you can craft in there, I can now craft in here. If you want to craft stuff out of a chemistry bench, put a chemistry bench in it. Same thing, select the recipe. Right, so I've got my rep. I've selected my crafting station as the rep. Select recipe. Now it's going to tell me everything I can make from an SS rep. Okay. Let's say I want SS foundations. Okay. Tech foundations. Let's say I want 1,000 of them. Okay. I'm going to click on here. 1,000. And I'm going to click there. It's going to pull enough resources. It's going to put them in there. Because this is an auto crafter, it's auto crafted me 1,000. Because I put enough resources in there for 1,000. So as you can imagine, it's pretty OP, and that's what you want to be using these. The best thing for making everything, pretty much. Yeah, all your ammo, everything, I would say. So let's get rid of these. Right, so this guy is good for 2 things. If you walk around, it will like it will one tap. Say if this wasn't my base right now, I could just walk into structures and it will destroy them. Really good for clear and spam, really OP, because all you got to do is walk and it will drop everything. Another thing you can do is at a range. Say if there's I don't know, you're above a fob, okay? You're on a cliff above a fob. A good way to deal with it is you could throw a rock down, and the rock is gonna one tap anything it hits. So there's another good way. Also, there's a couple of other attacks it does. It does this smash. It's got a massive radius. Again, it's gonna one tap any structures. Okay, so it's really good for clearing spam and for using the rock at a distance. So there's some annoying turrets that you can't get or something. Yeah, they're not the best. I don't see them worth 3k points. But they're still handy to have, do you know what I mean? Put that back in the upload. Another thing is the cinecrops. People keep cinema crops, however you pronounce it. A lot of people have been asking me about. These are the cryogenic cinema crops. These are really OP as well. They make you fly really fast, and when you got them on your shoulder, say this was an enemy ferox, if I ran up to it, it would just freeze it. Any tame, like if I run up to someone on their penguino, or as long as it's not an ice tame, it doesn't freeze ice tames. Ice versus ice doesn't work. Same with the other things like fire versus fire don't work, electric versus electric don't work. But say if someone come to pick me on a griffin, or I was fighting a griffin, the second he got near me, it would instantly freeze him for like a couple of seconds. So they're really OP, and also take the chest piece off. They're so good for flying. They're like ridiculously good for flying. Let me just show you quick. Put these tames away. Do not want to get killed with all that on me. Right, let's go for a little spin quick. Also, another thing I'll quickly show you, look, you see there, it's just frozen sound. 11 mil damage. Right, anyway, these TPs, you want to use these all the time. It's the quickest way to get around the map. And also, if you hold E on it, you can retrieve your corpse. Okay, so if you're raiding, you want to place this right next to your bed. Okay, say I rocket run a wall. I want to spawn on the bed, run straight to my TP, and retrieve my corpse. Okay, if the guy didn't pick up my body, then my stuff's still going to be there and I'll get it all back. But yeah, these are really handy, so make sure you're using these. So as you can see, hold space to use these. Right, now just look how quick these are. And I can just keep going and going. It won't land. Super quick. Say I'm fighting someone, or someone turns up and tries to kill me. Space, and I'm gone. I'm well above him, and I'm gone, mate. There's no way he's going to catch me. And even if he did come near me anyway, he's going to get frozen. So yeah, these are really OP. I'm not 100% sure on the way that you spawn it, but I know that you kill resurrected dinos, okay? So if we go on center, they spawn on the volcano area. All these bone dinos here, these are all resurrected dinos, like as you can see on the spyglass, resurrected. So I'm pretty sure you have to spawn in the resurrected griffin. This is rare spawn, but if you keep killing all the dinos, all the resurrected dinos, eventually you'll get a griffin to spawn, and if you kill that, I think there's a chance of spawning the cinema crops. You see, look, I've spawned a random dino there, look. Let's get away from that if I can. So yeah, like I said, I'm not 100% sure. If you do know, write in the comments. But I'm pretty sure. Like I say, I don't know everything about this mod. I don't pretend to be an expert or anything like that. I know the basics. So if you do know anything to help out new players, just write in the comments. I know what it's like when you join servers like this at the start and you don't know anything and you keep getting killed. Do you know what I mean? And when I joined at the start, no one really wants to help you. No one wants to tell you anything. So it's not very good at the start. It can be off-putting, to be honest. This is why I'm trying to help people out, because I know what it's like when you join at the start. It's overwhelming. All the new dinos, all the new stuff. You don't know what's what. No one wants to help you. So yeah, hopefully this video can help out a few people. Give you a little head start in the game. Another thing I'll quickly mention as well is Celestials. Let me just give you like a rough tier guide kind of thing. Every other dino, right, let's say the Alpha, the Apex, all them, they're pretty much worthless. The only dinos you really want to get, right, it goes, Celestials are somewhere near the top, okay? Celestial dinos, that's strength. Then it will go demonics, but they're in the same class. They're kind of mirror versions of each other, different versions, but they're in the same strength class, okay? Demonics and Celestials are the same, they're just different variables, okay? Then it will go Chaos and Spirit. The same again, they're just opposites of each other, they're the same class of strength. So Chaos and Spirit, I would say, are at the top of the food chain, okay? But this is before, say, the Bacon Griff. The Bacon Griff tops everything pretty much. It's so OP, like it's way above everything else in strength and how much damage it deals. So when you're trying to get the Bacon Griff, because that wants to be your main focus at the start, or after you got your armor and stuff like that, you want to get the Bacon Griffin. And like I said, get the summoner. You have to spawn the golem. I think is it Bacon's daddy? I think, if I remember right, Bacon's daddy. Anyway, it's a lava rock golem. You spawn it, you kill it, and then it's got a chance of spawning the Overlord. Okay. If you don't spawn it the first time, just keep killing it till you get the Overlord. You'll see the Overlord. It's a massive golem. It's got a big old tech shield and stuff on it. Then you got to kill that. That's the hard boss. Okay. So when you kill that, then you get a chance of spawning the Bacon Griffin. Like I said, probably the best way I would say, well, for me that I've noticed anyway, is using the demonic thorny dragons. Make sure obviously you get a max level one. Don't go with a crappy one. Make sure you got cap. Saddle, things like that. Right, so let's go over defense tames quickly. This is what I use to defend. Celestial Direbear is really good. The X attack, not the X attack, sorry, this attack. And this stops flyers. If they go in that stuff, it's going to force them to land, and they can barely move. It slows them down as well. It's like glue, like you get stuck in it. So obviously they're really good. When people are trying to fly in or run in with penguinos, it's got to stop them in their tracks. And yeah, they're really good for defending. Another thing is the necro wyvern, or necrotic wyvern, I think it's called. Let's have a look at that. There it is. These have got a similar special attack, where it makes people get stuck. Like they're constantly getting hit by the special attack and they're getting stuck like this. So there's another good defense tame. There's loads of others. Like I say, Celestials are pretty strong. Right, that's going to be it for now, guys. This is just a quick guide, just to, you know, give people a head start, new players. Like I do say, just a disclaimer, I don't pretend like I know everything about this mod. I'm learning like you guys. I know the basics, but if you do have any helpful suggestions, or you know, anything to help new players out, please write in the comments. And yeah, if we help, you know, the new players out, there's going to be more competition on the server. It's going to be more competition. There's going to be more bases. Okay, if there's going to be more bases, it's going to be more fun because there's going to be more people on it, more people to raid. Okay, so let's help everyone, and yeah, take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.